I'm going to slip up and win one of them big lotteries. Large for some serious money.
Yeah, I'm going to be there to get my tithing, get my 10% too. Hey, let's talk a little bit about the U.S. title, the world title, and the TV title. You know, for years and years, Crockett had all three. Most famously, you know, the early days of the Horsemen, we would see, you know, Tully with the U.S. title or Lex with the U.S. title, Flair with the world, and you with the TV. Talk about how the television title was supposed to be in execution different from those other belts.
Well, when the world champion would be on tour, I guess we should address the U.S. title, and this is my understanding. When the champion was not in Carolinas working for Jim Crockett Promotions, the U.S. champion was the number one contender for that title when the champion came to town. Isn't that the way that worked?
Yeah.
So that was the top title. Now, the television belt was something that was going to be featured on television, and it started out with a 10-minute time limit. And if the champion did not get beat, he didn't have to win the match. He remained the television champion, and it morphed from 10 minutes to 20 minutes. Now you got a platform to put some top talent out there in matches you wouldn't normally see for a pretty good prize, the World Television title. And same rules. If time ran out, the 20 minutes, and whoever the challenger was had not won the match, here was the little hook in it. The champion, it was not a draw, was named the winner. So all he had to do was just survive the time limit. And that made for some pitch up and smear and mad scrambling and some urgency that last couple, 3 minutes. And that's what made it exciting.
Yeah, I like the psychology being added of the time limit. I thought that was one of the cool things that Cody Rhodes did in one of his early matches with Darby Allin in AEW. They had a time limit draw, and I thought that added sort of a new layer and one we hadn't seen for maybe a little while, but it was pretty regular back in the TV title days. And to your point, the touring world champion, you wouldn't see on TV a lot. But so as a result, these TV matches, your television main events being for the TV world title, carried a lot of weight, and you learned that firsthand on January 4th, 1986. It's a tournament in Greensboro, North Carolina, and you would win your first television title that day, defeating Wahoo McDaniels in the finals, or Wahoo McDaniel rather. At the time, we should mention, you're also half of the NWA National Tag Team Champions with Ole, and the Four Horsemen are about to get up and running here in a big way. So you're Becky two belts before that was a thing, man. A tag champ and a TV champ. That's a hell of a vote of confidence from the promoters to put two belts on you, is it not?
Well, I tell you what, it was a lot of responsibility, and Ole and I were, we had some pretty rough opponents at the time, and there was a lot of accomplished talent, and the opportunity to go after that TV title sounded awesome, like an awesome opportunity, till I figured out Wahoo McDaniel was the champion. And buddy, if it didn't mean anything, no one told him, because it was the damnedest fight you ever saw trying to get that thing away from him.
Of course, you're working with all the top talent during this title reign. Dusty, Ron Garvin, Manny Fernandez, Magnum, Sam Houston, Don Kernoodle, Jimmy Valiant, everybody in the territory. You're also in the Crockett Cup in 86. This time you're with Tully. You're going to lose in the second round of the Fantastics. Ultimately, you wind up losing your television title on September 9th, 1986 in Columbia, South Carolina. And who better to lose it to after 248 days than the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. It's kind of fun to think about now that you're his son's coach, but he beat you to end your first television title reign. What was it like working with Dusty here in 86?
Well, he was such a huge star, and he was so over. He was so charismatic. Just going after my championship elevated me. And the fact that he beat me elevated me. Rolling out of that ring after wrestling Dusty Rhodes for however length of time it was, 10, 15 minutes, and getting beat right in the middle, was better than beating 25 other guys that were just middle of the road. I mean, he was the star, the top guy. He was the American dream. And for him to want that championship, come after me and take that championship, in my mind, it just elevated me. And it also gave me fodder for promos and going forward, a chance to start plotting on how to get it back. So it gave me all kind of ammo.